Nestled between the Mississippi River and the bluffs of the Driftless region is La Crosse, Wisconsin. In this urban town, a charter middle school called La Crosse Design Institute, or LDI, hosts 62 students and 3 advisors. Hi, I'm Maggie McHugh, an advisor at LDI who teaches STEM, humanities, and personal project block to 6th through 8th grade students. Student projects range from hands-on creations to deeply technological projects, where virtual reality, 3D printing, and coding are used in student designs. One major philosophy of LDI is that learning comes not just from books and online sources, but from community members. LDI often hosts community speakers who share about hosting Olympic curling teams to being a traveling musician. Our strong community connection led me to create a Nat Geo Capstone project centered on the research of Dr. Gretchen Garish, a biologist from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse who studies bioluminescent ostracods. This project began with students being curious about what an ostracod even is. Students drew pictures of an ostracod, with connections being made to ostriches, codfish, and otters, to say the least. We then watched a short clip of National Geographic's YouTube Bioluminescence on Camera, where bioluminescent ostracods are featured. From there, students read about bioluminescence on the National Geographic Encyclopedia page, taking notes in their scientific journals about phosphorescence, fluorescence, and bioluminescence. With this background knowledge securely in hand, students watched the David Attenborough documentary called A Life That Glows, where Dr. Gretchen Garish is featured. All of this led to Dr. Garish's visit to LDI, where we created 3 rotations for student exploration. The first rotation was the chemistry of luminescence. With Dr. Garish's help, students used pipettes and combined the chemicals found in glow sticks with hydrogen peroxide to create a fluorescent light. Students played with the ratio of chemicals, exploring how to get a brighter light. The second rotation was ostracods under the microscope. An ostracod is only 1 millimeter in size, so students explored ostracods under 2 different microscopes, an iPad microscope and a compound microscope. The iPad microscope allowed students to take pictures and video with their iPads, being more mobile with their observations. Students drew pictures of the parts of an ostracod in their scientific journals. The third rotation was ostracod light display. Ostracods change their display based on direction and pulse duration. To have students mimic these light displays, students were randomly assigned a pattern. Students then mimicked the pattern, trying to find their ostracod partner, or their ostra friend in the dark, as they like to call it. Taken together, students practiced the attitude of curiosity as they learned about bioluminescence on our world by acting as ostracods and making their own luminescent tubes. Students enhanced the skill of observation as they observed parts of an ostracod under microscope and worked to draw their observations. Lastly, students gained knowledge of our changing planet and the wildlife and wild places. In our discussion, students recognized that global climate change and light pollution is affecting where ostracods are displaying their bioluminescence, causing unknown ripple effects into other ecosystems. Students explored the unknown depths of the oceans and the interconnectedness of creatures found in these unexplored areas. All of this helps students gain a more global perspective on the idea of ecology. As students reflected in their scientific journals about Dr. Garish and her work with bioluminescent ostracods, one student wrote, "I have always wanted to be a marine biologist because I wanted to work in the ocean, but I love my hometown and my family. I never really knew you could work in the ocean but live in La Crosse. I am inspired by Dr. Garish." A second student wrote, "It's incredible these tiny, microscopic organisms play such a powerful role in our world. I didn't know anything about bioluminescent ostracods before this exploration, but now I want to do a whole project on it." The National Geographic Certified Educators course pushed me to look for more resources to extend student learning. I continue to be inspired by the work of others and cannot wait to explore more resources and develop deeper partnerships with this vibrant community of educators. Thank you.